Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Wife. If you are new here, my name is Sipokazi Somi, and thank you so much for joining me today. Please do check out the rest of my content, and if you like what you see, do consider subscribing. And to everyone who have subscribed, thank you so much guys. I really appreciate it. It helps grow my channel. We are on a road to 2K, baby. So as you've already seen by the title of the video today, guys, I am just talking about how we as small YouTubers can really embrace our journey. I've had so many people talking about a lot of things that you should do and things that you shouldn't do, consistency this, consistency that, but I just think that we need to just talk about how to just keep embracing your journey and make sure that you still enjoy creating content regardless of the growth of your channel. If that is something that interests you, so please do stay tuned. Okay, so for those that are new, I started my channel over a year ago. So I've been doing this thing since December 2019. I've never really spoken about my journey or why I had to start a channel in depth, because I really felt like I'm still fairly new to this thing. Okay, so I'm sure you've heard a lot of people saying that you should never start YouTube for money. So I'm certain that a lot of people that have YouTube channels, it's because of the passion that they hear about the content. And it's no different with me. I am someone who really loves conversations, and I started my channel because I wanted a space where I can have conversations about myself, conversations about the things that I go through in life. So really it was never for me to make money like most people. And the growth as well, I just wanted a community or a space or a platform where I can just really share my thoughts. So for me, really, I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect this growth in a space of 2 years or growth in a space of a month, especially because I'm someone who is not really that popular on other social media platforms. I don't have a big following on any other platform, so I wasn't really expecting anything, which really leads to my first point. Check yourself to check your expectations. I think a lot of people would start a channel as well, and yet they think that, well, in a month's time I'm supposed to have 100 subscribers, or in a year's time I'm supposed to have 1,000 subscribers. For me, guys, honestly, I had absolutely no expectation. And this is another thing that led to the fear, because this is something I wanted to do for a very long time. But I was so scared because I thought, what if not even a single person watches my video? What if 2 people subscribe? So I was so scared. And I went in with very low expectations. And when I hit my first 10 subscribers, like you could have seen me, I was so excited because I thought, really, there are 10 people out there that are interested in hearing what it is that I had to say. 100 subscribers was already something massive for me. So when I hit 1,000 subscribers, that was like, wow, really, I can't believe that 1,000 people really think that there is something that there is value that I need to add. So once you really start looking at people, or once you really start setting those expectations and really try and look at people as people, not really maybe the subscribers. I know that it's accounts. It might not be 10 actual people. It might be 10 YouTube accounts. But once you really start thinking about it in that sense of saying, actually, these are 10 people. Actually, these are 2 people. Actually, these are 100 people, 300 people, you start having a different view of it. Okay, the second thing, guys, that I want to say when it comes to embracing your journey as a YouTuber is set realistic goals. And I've had a lot of people as well saying that, you know what, you shouldn't, it's really not about the numbers. Okay. I know that a lot of people have said, well, I have even said that it's really not about the numbers. And honestly, it's really not, but we can't all deny the fact that sometimes it does get to you. To some people, it is discouraging to see that, okay, you know what, the numbers are not coming as quickly as I wanted them to. And sometimes when you get the impact, or when you get to a certain number of people, it really does encourage you as well to say, okay, now I'm on 500 subscribers. So as much as the goal, it's never really the numbers, or as much as the drive or the passion, it's never really about the numbers. numbers, but when you do see the impact, that really makes a difference to you as a content creator. So just make sure that your goals are really realistic, and that helps you, because once you don't achieve your goals, you are not as discouraged, and you are still able to create the content that you wanted to create. But guys, if you're moving from 1 step to 10 steps, it's really going to be discouraging if you don't get to those goals. So just make sure that your goals are really, really realistic. Now, the third thing that's very, very important, and like I said, it's my mantra for the year, it is gratitude. Just be grateful. Just be grateful. Appreciate the audience that you have. Appreciate the fact that you can still make out content. Appreciate the space that you have. Appreciate the fact that you have a camera if you have a camera. Appreciate the fact that you've moved from using your phone to using your camera, or you have a phone that can do better quality. Appreciate the fact that you used to have 10 people and now you have 100 people. Just be grateful. Just be grateful to even be on a platform and be seen on a platform, and that your videos, a few or two, are recommended. Just really be grateful for what it is that you have. Try and practice gratitude, because I believe that when you really show gratitude, that's when you are blessed with more, because God can really see that, you know what, this person is very grateful. So be grateful for your audience. Be grateful for the things that you have. Really, in everything that you do, every time you are able to post a video and you are able to upload a video, just be grateful. Be grateful for the fact that you even have internet. Even the tiniest things, the smallest things, learn to be grateful about those things. Even the fact that you still have mind that could think of fresh new content, be grateful for that fact. Even if it's talent, whatever it is that you are sharing, just be grateful that you still have that mind that is able to produce that content. Okay, now the next thing, guys, if you know me, this one you would know that it's really something that I really live by. Engage with your audience. Engage with your audience, guys. I never understand small YouTubers that don't reply to comments, that are not there at reactions or anything like that. Really engage with your audience. I don't understand, especially as a small YouTuber. For me, after I've posted a video, I really spend time in the comment section. Either immediately after the video or maybe later that evening, I spend time and I dedicate time to really engaging with the audience. And guys, firstly, because these people have taken time to tell you what they thought of your video, so just giving that back, because really, if you don't have time to engage with them, what makes you think that they have time to engage with you? So that's the first thing. It's because someone has taken out time. I think you should really do the same. And secondly, you still have a small audience. If you can't engage with 10 people, how much more are you going to be able to engage with 1,000 people? So really try and engage with the small audience that you have. And the other thing, because you are still growing, there are a lot of suggestions and a lot of learning curves that you can get from people that are watching your video. Whether they are telling you that they like this, what you've done differently now, or whether they are telling you that next time we would like to see this differently. So really spend time there and listen to your audience, guys. Listen to what they have to say. If you're doing a Q&A, or if you've asked them to recommend a topic, listen to what they've said. Try and spend time and understand what your audience is saying. Not necessarily because you want to just maybe not necessarily because you just want to do everything that they say, but I think when your audience is still small, people are very kind. That's the other thing I need to tell you. When your audience is very small, people are still very kind to you. It's really people that know you, or that know someone that know you. So even their criticism, it's very constructive. So you can tell that these are people that are just here because they have really your best interest at heart. So take that criticism, because at that stage it's still very much constructive, and the ideas that they might have, what they've noticed differently from what you did on the previous video, take those learning camps, spend time, engage with your audience, and your audience will grow with you. You don't want to get to a certain stage and now certain people have fallen off. So make sure that you engage with your audience. each as much as you can. Now I'm getting into the technicalities, and that is you need to prepare for the opportunity. My husband and I always talk about this. We always look at some well-known people and be like, oh, this one, the opportunity found them, but they were not prepared. And I think one of the worst things that can happen is really for an opportunity to find you not prepared. And by that, in terms of YouTube, I mean that, guys, learn about certain things, educate yourself. You don't need to have reached 10,000 subscribers to know what it means to be monetized on YouTube, to understand analytics, to understand branding and stuff like that. So those are things that you can do now that you are still a small YouTuber. So try and make sure that when the opportunity finds you, you are prepared. If you are someone that believes that, or someone that wants to grow, and someone that believes that you are made for impact, that impact and that growth needs to find you prepared. You can't now still at 10,000 subscribers, you're still asking people, okay guys, how does monetization works? And guys, this is something that I'm also very a bit guilty of, and it's something that I'm still learning. But guys, analytics, understand YouTube analytics as a small YouTuber. Check out what is your average view duration. I see a lot of people that will still go on and making maybe 40 minutes videos, and you're not even checking what is the average duration of the video. And guys, that is not to say that if your average is 4 minutes, you should make videos that are 4 minutes, but that's a video for another day. But just try and educate yourself, guys. Don't look at maybe someone who has 100,000 subscribers and they are doing 40 videos and people are saying, oh, this is a short video, and you think that the same goes for you. It doesn't. That is why analytics are very specific based on your video. Check what other people that are coming to your channel, who else are they watching? So do things like that. Watch other videos on how to start your channel. Watch other videos on how to improve your lighting. You don't need to have 10,000 videos to have a better quality video. So watch those things like, okay, how can I improve? Always want to improve yourself. Always want to improve the content that you are creating for your audience, because guys, sometimes it just takes one video. For some people, just take one video and that video then goes viral. And now people are coming back to your channel, and when they check other videos, it's like, so some things, guys, are very, very simple. Your background, educate yourself in terms of, okay, how can I improve on this? Look at people, what other people that are sharing their tips on starting and growing your YouTube channel. Check those people, check them out, and really try and educate yourself. If you wanna, maybe you are interested in YouTube or your content as a brand, also learn about that, how sponsored videos work, and if that's the direction that you're thinking that you need to take with your channel. Learn about things like that, and just really make sure that you are prepared for the opportunity. I've heard a lot of people saying that don't compare, and I think to a certain extent I agree, but I would say that learn from others, but don't compare. So by not comparing, I don't mean that you shouldn't go and check what other people are saying, so are doing on their channels, so that they can learn from it. There are certain content creators that I really just enjoy their content. Then there are certain content creators that I really respect because of their work ethic, because of how seriously they are taking us as their audience, or because of how seriously they take their work. So what I like to do is that I like looking at someone who is doing something very well in terms of the content and the quality, and I would like to see where they started. So maybe I'll go to maybe their second video or their first video. Then I could see, okay, as the year goes, this is how they progressed. As the year went up, this is how they moved. And then I learned from those things. Then I could see, okay, the lighting probably changed here, or okay, this is what they did differently here. So in a way, I would say that I'm comparing, but I'm comparing so that I can learn, not to be discouraged. Because if you're looking at someone who's well established and you're looking at how great their videos are, and then you go back to yours, you're really gonna be discouraged. You're gonna easily be discouraged. But I always try and see, where did they start? Then I can be able to say, okay, if that's where they started and this is where I am starting, which means that there is hope for me as well. So that's what I do, as well as the quality. I look at the quality of the videos that they are doing, and I think, okay, can I maybe try and do that quality? Can I maybe try that intro? Are these things that I can still do? And the other thing that I've made for myself, the decision that I've made, is that if YouTube is not giving me money, I'm not really going to invest that much on YouTube. So I'm not going to hire a videographer. I'm not going to hire someone to edit my videos. I'm not going to buy expensive lighting. But if you can, that's all. That's very much based on a person. I'm not saying you should do what I do, but I find other ways in terms of how can I improve my content. Because guys, honestly speaking, if I don't want someone to move from my video to maybe an established YouTuber and the difference is so significant. I want it to be a matter of we just had not seen her. Well, I hadn't discovered this channel. Like, why ndingambonanga for such a long time? But not to be like, yeah, kuyabonakala nyani shame uba une 1,000 subscribers. I don't want that. So I always try and look at what people are doing and then try and see, am I able to do that with what I have, with the resources that I have? Am I able to do what the established person is doing? And then the next point is to create a community. This is something that I don't see us doing as small YouTubers. But this is another mistake that we do as small YouTubers. You want to try and do a collab with someone who is perhaps on 100,000 or 50,000 subscribers. Why can't you do that? Why can't you create a community with the small YouTubers that you know? Guys, I can tell you now, I've seen some of the YouTubers. If you look at the likes of your Tato Rampedi, your Defining, your, who else are those guys? Dirty Dishes, and Tandom Belly, you can see that they themselves have created a community, and they didn't wait to have 60,000 subscribers to hit on each other and be like, hey dude, wanna make a video with me? So when they were still small YouTubers, they created that community, and now they are all growing together. You can see it with some of maybe the makeup YouTubers. They didn't wait until they were well established to form that community. So even with your 500,000, even with your 500 subscribers, reach out to someone that you see that is doing something that you like, or someone that is creating the content that you think aligns with you, and say, hey, do you want us to do something together? You can learn from that person. Someone doesn't need to have 50,000 subscribers for you to learn from them. So you can do that. You can learn and be like, okay, I've seen that you do this. How do you insert your handle? I've seen that you do this. How do you do that? Create that community, and you guys can all grow together. Okay guys, and last but not least, guys, enjoy it. Just enjoy creating content. I know I spoke a lot about discouragement, but guys, I would be lying to you if I would say that there was ever a moment where I didn't feel like creating content. And that is why I feel like maybe I can share these things with you, because regardless of my growth, which I think is steady, and I'm really appreciative to everyone that has supported my channel, I don't want to lie guys, I've never really felt that thing where I'm like, oh, I still have 1,000 subscribers, I still have 2,000. You understand? I know I don't, guys. I enjoy creating content. If it really wasn't for my work, and if it wasn't for the schedule, that's the only thing that limits me, is the fact that I have other things to do. But guys, I have loads of content that I'm thinking as it is. So what it is that I'm going to do, what it is that I'm going to share. Enjoy it, guys. And that is why I'm saying it's very important to engage with your audience, because once you are there in the comment section and you hear what people are saying, guys, you really, really enjoy it. So try something new, try something that you've never done before, and just try and have fun with it, guys. No one ever does this thing because they want to be rich. We are just doing this because we are passionate about it. Enjoy enjoy your passion, guys. Just really enjoy it. Go out there, create content. What you have, people are really dying to see. Don't think that just because your channel is not maybe that much discovered, what you're doing is not great. But guys, just try, have fun, enjoy it. Guys, that's it from me. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. Please also let me know in the comment section what are some of the things that you can share with me. What are you doing to embrace your journey? And if you haven't started your channel, guys, why not? Please make sure and go out there and start your channel. Until we meet again, I love you so much, guys. Bye.